Hi and welcome to Marcus Park. We're going to be playing Pokey Park today. It's a small park, as you can see. I got an aerial view of it there to start out with. And we're going to rearrange the park a little bit. What I'm going to do is since it's so tight, I'm going to make it condensed so we can get some extra space to build out the park and make all of our rides a little more functional as well as a little more aesthetic. That way we can put us in a roller coaster, a couple of them, and we'll also do some expansion into across the street area. We're going to buy up some land and do some expansion. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start. I'm not going to tear up the entire park at the same time. I'm going to leave some of it open up. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that merry-go-round. We are going to rebuild it just in a different position, as well as the scrambled eggs there, or the twist as they call it, depending on which version you're looking at. We're going to rebuild the park so we can get it more ergonomic and more friendly for the patrons. And there we go. We're going to add some stalls, add a couple little stalls to get things going. And here comes the merry-go-round. We're going to put it up on that corner. You can also see I've added an information kiosk here, and of course I'm charging $20 for the umbrellas. I know it's highway robbery, but it helps make money. We're doing some of the footpath. And the merry-go-round's up and operational. And ever popular popcorn stand. We're going to throw in the haunted house there. That's a money maker for a little bit there, so we'll get the haunted house up on the hill, get it up and running. We're going to call it the Pokey House. Well, I can't spell. Gotta get it spelled out correctly. Add a few more trees. Make the park look pretty. And we're going to get rid of the tower. We're going to rebuild the tower over in the corner. Maybe not quite as high as it was before, but a nice height. And retouch the pathways so the guests can get to the ride. Now we're going to relocate the slide. We're going to tear it down and we're going to rebuild it in a new position. and fix that pathway. There wasn't too much trouble. Haven't really lost any money by the tear down and the rebuild. So far, so good. And here comes the twist. Adding a little extra staffing. And we're going to get that Ferris wheel out of there, and we're going to put it up in a different position, a different orientation. And there we have the pokey wheel. Really, them trees are going to be in the way here for the future expansion. We also put the unhappy guest back on the pathway so he can be happy about riding the rides and having a good time. And we're going to add a couple more stalls now. Got us a drink stall. And an ice cream stall. And my favorite, the balloon stall. Add a few benches, gotta have a place to sit down. And we're also gonna have to probably add a few more garbage cans too. Everything seems to be shaping up pretty nicely. We got more of a boardwalk type of setup here with the rides. Since the space is so confined, it's going to take a lot of space to build a roller coaster. So I wanted to make sure that we get the rides clustered up and lined up correctly, so that way we can have some room to build us a nice coaster. There's a nice aerial shot. Take a look at the financials. We're doing good. And we're skipping ahead. As you can see, we've expanded out into the street area. We've also added a big wooden roller coaster. We got her up and running. And as you can see, I added a go-kart track as well. And a woe belly. We got a woe belly up and running there too. So, with that being said, we're doing pretty good financially speaking. And I've also got a swinging ship over here too, right there next to the Haunted Mansion. So everything's lining up really nice, doing really well. Park's making some money. We just added a top spin. As you can also see the pirate ship there next to the Ferris wheel, along with cotton candy and a fry stall and another restroom over there, lining up really, really nice. Adding some more staff. And there you can see the wheel belly. I call it the tower. And it's time to do a little bit more expansion. We're going to buy up some more property and continue with the expansion of the park. Price of the property isn't too awful expensive, only $20 a pop. That's a lot less than what it could be in some of the other scenarios. So it's a good thing. So I'm buying up what I can to build the next phase. Now I'm going to build me a walkway. I got to link it on around. But I had a bit of an issue here, a little bit funny story there. Trying to build it up there, I forgot I didn't buy enough right of the way, so I kept getting it jammed up there. I finally figured it out, and then I got the right of ways figured out. Then I get the pathing made, and then I'm going to hook it up right over there in between the tower and the slide. I left a path there on purpose because that's where I'm going to cut it out, and it's going to come across the street to the other half of the park. So then we'll actually have completed my loop. So I'll have a path at the back part of the park and then at the front part of the park, and then it goes on in and across the street, and there we go. It's hooked up. Now all we got to do is more street expansion. But in the meantime, I'll put up a sign to keep people out. We got to make sure that we've got everything hooked up before I let the people start wandering around. And there we go. Got that part completed. And here we go. We're in October, the 3rd of October, year 2. This is the final month of the park. What I've got going, my financials, I've got everything paid off except for $2,000 right now. Doing really, really well on that. We're making some money. There's my Pokey Loop. It's a shuttle coaster running around. The nice thing about it is it's got a fair amount of cars, and it basically can clear out the queue line every time the car comes into station and empties. I basically empty out the queue, which makes it efficient. Less people complain about wait time because they only have to wait for the train to come back one time before they have to get onto it. And there we go, we just paid off the rest of our loan. So now what I'm going to do is go around the park. We're going to add some trees and some different aesthetics and make the park look a little bit nicer since we don't really have too much time left on the scenario. Just going to make sure that everybody's happy and make sure that everything's clean and nice for them. A funny story I didn't realize until after I had already cut the final cut for the video. I forgot to do something while we were in the park. It didn't really affect the park, but it is noticeable. I noticed it when I was doing the cut down. If you can find it, please make a comment, let me know. But it's really kind of silly and funny all at the same time. So anyone that does make a comment on it, and if they get it right for what I did wrong, I'll give a mention to you in the next video that I make. I'll even maybe name an entertainer or a mechanic after you for the next video. So be looking for it. I mean, you can see it. It's in there. It's throughout the video. You can see once you know where it's at and what was done. And I'm looking forward to hearing comments, okay? And everything's going pretty good. There you can see in the bottom corner there, short stuff. It's a family-friendly type ride. I didn't want it to be too crazy. Get a few people on there and get up and do a quick drop, in and out, bing, bang, boom. And it should be done. And there we go. I've got Thrill Rider Motion Simulator over there. Added that up there to the park. It's up and running as well. and we'll give you a nice aerial view. It's the 22nd of October. We only got another week to go in the scenario, adding a few more trees around there. As you can also see, I put in another motion simulator on the other side of the roller coaster called the Flyboys. So I got both motion simulators each running a different video. And you can also see down there by Short Stuff, we also got our big 3D cinema, got it up and running, and everybody's out there enjoying it as well. There's a nice aerial view of the park. Everything's going really well. There's the financials once again. Taking a look at it, park value is $203. We're looking for $150,000 park value. At this point, I don't see any issues, any problems. We're going to cruise on out and complete the scenario with a victory here. Now we're just going to ride it out. Here we go. Once again, there's a financial summary. Take a look. Money's been all paid back. That's one thing I like to do, is I try to run my park where I pay back the loan. I usually try to get the loan completed before the end of the scenario. It doesn't always happen, but I try my best to get it going that way. And we're on the 31st, Halloween. The last day of the park is opening up here. Once this is over, we'll be mission complete. And there we have it. Pokey Park, mission complete. Release the balloons. Hey, everybody. Alright, well, thanks. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you next time. Bye.